Watch this video to the end if you are looking for how you can legally migrate to one of the richest countries on earth without needing to have a job offer from your home country. One of the most commonest questions that I often get asked is the difficulties that people face when it comes to trying to get a job offer from their home country in order to migrate abroad. In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guideline about how you and your family can legally migrate from your home country to Australia. You will have your permanent residence before you leave your home country. And after 3 years of living in Australia, you will be entitled to apply for citizenship. Okay? Now, when it comes to migration, you have to have an open mind and you need to be flexible. Okay? What I mean by having an open mind is assuming the UK, Canada, America is your first choice, you need to have a plan B and plan C. If your plan A is not working or is taking too long, you need to switch to your plan B, and it's also in your best interest to pursue multiple options so that that would increase your chances of getting to where you want to be on time. If you are seeing my video for the first time, my name is Francis. I am on a mission to save you money, give you the information that you will use to process your visa and migrate without having to pay an agent. So I would encourage you, because immigration policies changes rapidly and it is in your best interest to stay up to date. And subsequently, I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel, follow us on the different social media platform, and turn off your post notification bell. We want to help as many as possible of our people to legally migrate abroad without having to spend money on agent. I will leave in the description section link to the Australian government website, and also if you watch this video to the end, I will tell you the shortage, the professions that are on this shortage of occupation list. These are professions that you're likely to get a job sooner. Okay, so Australia is a good news that we're going to talk about today. So you can move to Australia. The process of moving to Australia is very, very straightforward. Okay. Now, there are two routes that are the most commonest route for most immigrants to migrate to Australia. The two routes are sub visa route 190 and 189. Those are the two most commonest routes that most people that move to Australia, that they used to come into the country. Australia immigration, they have what they call point-based immigration system. What that basically means is that you get more points based on your qualification, your experience, and you get more points if you pass the English language proficiency test to the maximum number. You get more points. So all you need to migrate to Australia, the first process is you need to take your English language proficiency test. And the good news is that recently, apart from the IELTS, which is the old one, a lot of people know that one. Recently, Australia started accepting PTX and PTE, and a lot of people that have done this PTE test is the same as English language proficiency test, but it's just that there are two different bodies that you can go through. So whichever one you get, you can Australian government will still recognize it, and you can still use it to fulfill your migration journey. Okay, so what we're hearing from those who have done this PTE text is that it is much easier to pass than the IELTS text. So if you are in the process of considering which one to write, I would say you do your more research, but the feedback that I'm getting from those that have taken it shows that this one is the easiest. So once you pass your text, the most the most the process that delay a lot of people is actually passing the test. Once you pass the test, the next stage is for you to apply for your permanent resident. As long as you pass the age, as long as you passed it well and you have your degree, the more qualification you have, for instance, someone that has a first degree, the person that has a master's degree will get more points. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you won't be considered. Okay, and also if you have a skill that is on the shortage of occupation list, that is more points for you. So the three things that is delaying you from you fulfilling your Australian dream is: number one, passing your English test, making sure that you passed it very well, and number two, have the more experience you have, the more points you will get. So for instance, if two people are applying, one person is a plumber, has 5 years experience, and the other one has 10 years experience. The one that has 10 years experience is going to get more points, but that doesn't mean that the person that has 5 years experience will not be considered, but just that the one that has more experience will be considered. So that is basically all you need to know when it comes to moving to Australia. So number one is your English language proficiency test. As I said before, you can either do it through the PTE or you follow the old IELTS test. So whichever one you decide to follow, it will still achieve the same goal. All you need is to try pass it very well, because the more points you will get based on how you pass it. So once you've passed that and your skill is on the shortage of occupation list, you apply straight away, and that is basically what is holding you from your Australian dream. So I'm going to tell you the skills that are on the shortage of occupation list now. So for instance, if you are an IT person, you're good to go. Medical practitioner, such as pharmacists, nurses, medical doctors, anyone from the medical field, plumbers. If you work in the financial sector, there are shortages of jobs in the financial sectors. Plumbers, carpenters, electricians, they are in high demand in Australia. So that is basically all you need to know. So I'm just going to quickly summarize what I've said. So the first stage, what is keeping you from your Australian dream now, is your IELTS exam or your PTE test. That's the English language proficiency test. Once you pass that and your skill is on the shortage of occupation list, you are good to go. Okay, so that is basically it. So I hope this video has made sense to you, and if you have seen any value in what you have heard, consider subscribing to Launch Club. Our mission is to help as many as possible of our people to legally migrate abroad without having to spend money on agents. We release videos every week. We release our free videos every week on different migration journey. In the next 48 hours, I will be releasing a video about how you can move to 6 countries in Europe without needing a job offer. 6 countries in Europe plus the UK. I'm going to give the UK as a bonus. So make sure you see that video and make sure you subscribe to Launch Club. Follow us on our different social media channel. Our mission is to help as many as possible to legally migrate. I will leave a link in the description. Leave all your comments in the comment section and I will always answer your questions. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you soon. God bless.